Sitting a half game out behind the Tigers in the Central, the Sox have one series left before the break to make a push for that top spot. But to get there, they'll have to beat a team that has been a royal pain in the behind as Kansas City leads the season series versus the Sox 5-4. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. Mark Burley and White Sox baseball coming up next. From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox Baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Billy Butler and the red-hot Kansas City Royals. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With C-Stone, I'm Ken Harrells as we get set to bring you the first of this three-game weekend series. As you know, the Sox coming off that four-game sweep of the Angels. First time they have swept the Halos in 4 games since 1983. So the Sox yesterday with Johnny Danks, it was just too much Johnny Danks. 2 hits shutout, obviously just a beautiful performance, a 5-game winning streak, and tonight Mark Burley.
Mark Burley going to the mound, and he's a winner in 3 of his last 4 starts. Last time out against Kansas City wasn't a good start for him, but he had a little bitty strike zone. But Mark's throwing the ball well, and so he's looking to go 8-7. And against Kansas City lifetime, he's 20-11. Bruce Chen, who seems to have found the fountain of youth, going to the mound for Kansas City, and the left-hander's 5-2. Somehow he's throwing the ball a whole lot better, 2 years removed from Tommy John surgery. So it's 2 pretty good ball clubs going head-to-head. Kansas City playing their best baseball of the year, and of course the Sox just about as hot as you can be. Kansas City's been tough on the Sox. Let's keep the winning streak rolling.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Baseball here on the south side as the Kansas City Royals come to town to begin a final 3-game series for the All-Star break. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Kustak. Thanks for joining us here at U.S. Cellular Field. Now, it seems like everything has gone right for the White Sox lately, except for the unfortunate news that came just days ago about Jake Peavy, that he had detached muscle in his right shoulder. And Jake had talked to us today, and it wasn't surprising news, but he said that he is confirming that the only option for him is to have season-ending surgery.
The surgery is going to be Wednesday afternoon here, and I think I'm told I'm going to have to spend some time, a day or so in the hospital because why I don't know, but I know that. And then I'm going to get out, and as soon as I can be with the team, I'll be with the team, and getting some range of motion, and start a long process. But like I said, I'm in good spirits, I guess you can be, knowing what's ahead of us. But like I said, I'm excited that my future's not in jeopardy. I know where I'm going to be next year. I know where I'm going to be the next year after that, and I'm excited that it's here in Chicago, and I'm excited for what the team's doing, and I hope to get back to being a part of that as soon as possible. And I just had my first conversation about rehab, and obviously it's going to be a long, grinding process. I'm not going to leave a team. I want to be, I love being a part of a team. I love putting the uniform on, although it's hard to get my pants on, shirt on these days. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to be with the team. Herm and these guys are going to do my rehab and be a cheerleader for the rest of the season. That's obviously a tough pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, I'm excited that the boys are playing as well as they have. I was excited to be a part while I could and get things turned around. And if you have to end your season, it's good to end on a good note, like I did, with a good taste in your mouth and some motivation to rehab and be ready to go next year.
Now, another guy on the Sox for different reasons that knows what a year can make and how much things can change is Alex Rios, who struggled when he came to the White Sox last season. Now, this year, the center fielder has made a huge impact on the Sox battle back into the division race, and he is now on pace to set career highs in home runs, RBI, and stolen bases.
I'm just not trying to think much at the plate. Last year I was thinking about a lot of things, mechanics and all this kind of stuff, but now I'm just trying to relax and see the ball and hit it, and I guess it's been working great for me. I'm in the spring training with the team and the whole season, so I got to know everybody. I know them well. I know the way they play, and it makes me feel more comfortable playing for them. And it's helped me. It's helped me a lot. It's different from last year. When I came in the middle of the season, and it was a little tough because I didn't know anybody. So now I feel pretty good.
Can Mark Burley follow up yesterday's performance from John Dakes? First pitch, just moments away. Hawk and Stoney have the call right here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Posednik, Kendall, and DeJesus. Billy Butler hitting fourth, and Bedemet, Aviles, Blomquist, Meyer, and Betancourt. The defense and how they're going to set up behind Mark Burley, left to right, Pierre Rios and Jones in the infield, Viciedo, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. Yoda's starting pitcher is Mark Burley, looking for his 8th win. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'll turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet for the first of this 3-game set. Sox come in at 4-5 against these Royals, who play us for the last few years as tough as anybody in this league.
Well, Posednik just looked out at Mark Burley and said, let's go. And A.J. saying, 7-10, boys. That's when we're going to start this. It's 7-10. That's what Sam Holbrook is saying. Last time out, Holbrook had a very big strike zone. Let's hope that continues tonight.
So here's Scotty Pods. Takes first pitch strike, hitting it 296, 3 homers. He's driven in 34. 2 for 7 lifetime off his former teammate. And that's off the plate. KCA AT CHA well off the line at third, even with the bag. Outfield about equidistant, slightly to the left. And that is off the facing of the LG Skyline Club seats. 34-year-old veteran outfielder. Did a good job for us last year. Hit 304, 7 homers, knocked in 48, and stole 30 bags.
Well, he got on against Mark Buehrle in Kansas City, and Buehrle then picked him off.
Close pitch, didn't get it.
AJ set up way away, and this one is off the plate.
That's all Buehrle. He got him hard, real hard, but it was on his right arm, I believe, not his left, thank goodness.
Well, right now he is really grimacing. Gordon Beckham comes out to talk with him. It looked like it was the right wrist. And I mean, he hit him flush as this ball redirects into left field. We'll just have to wait and see as Hermie looks at it.
Just a bullet off the bat of Podsednik.
Well, Mark's a tremendous fielder, and you just can't prepare for something like that. That ball was out of way, came back to him in a hurry.
So they will. That's Buehrle for you.
That ball got him square.
Mark is a tough guy. Real tough. So he says he's okay. Hydes looks over at him and says, "You okay?" And he says, "Yeah."
He's encouraging him to get a big lead right now.
But you know what's on Mark's mind?
Yeah.
Pick his butt off.
Kendall, a very good #2 hitter.
He's hitting 264, no homers, 29 driven in. Hit Mark well, 8 for 22. As I mentioned, this is the 10th meeting between these two teams. The first 9, Sox have won 4. Kansas City just absolutely, each game is tooth and nails. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. KC Pods 24 for 34 in stolen bases.
Kendall doesn't mind hitting down in the count. But if Scotty Pods gets adventuresome at first base, he's going to get picked off again.
Well, Detroit leading Minnesota 7-0, 3rd inning at Comerica Park.
And that's Verlander going to the mound for Detroit. To come back 7 runs against him would be a good trick for Minnesota or anybody else.
Liriano started for the Twinkies. Twins have lost 11 of their last 16 games. One and one the count to the 36-year-old veteran receiver. Pods with a good lead.
Mark just wants to see him dive back a time or two. Ned Yost, the new manager of these Royals, can use the hit and run with Kendall up, knowing that he perennially is one of the toughest men in the league to strike out.
Well, the hit and run is a much better option right now because Pods, with this move of Buehrle, is only thinking about one thing, that's getting back to first. There's a strike. Change up.
Kendall
was up, though.
Kendall has only fanned 28 times in 292 at-bats.
Mark got away with one right there. All right, still that big lead, but as soon as Burley moved, he went back to first, and that's what you want.
Kendall breaks his bat on the cutter inside.
Mark 0-2 against Kansas City this season, 20-11 lifetime. Got a big lead by Pides. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. Not a cloud in the sky. And just does get a piece of that one.
Kendall, in the course of an evening, is going to see a whole lot of pitches. He very rarely swings early in the count, especially with a base runner on. And he'll make a pitcher work. He's grounded into 8 double plays, which is not a bad number for a catcher.
And another foul back. That was really 2 spots for Kendall in the lineup. Either a 9-hole or the 2-hole. He understands the responsibilities of a 2-hole hitter, as does Omar Vizquel. And a lot of guys who hit in that 2-hole do not understand those responsibilities.
Especially the younger guys who hit 2.
Well, they don't want to give up a strike. That's into right field. Andrew back. Makes a nice catch because he was in, very much in.
And here's what it looks like tonight. It's just gorgeous. 77 degrees, 45% humidity. The winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's just gorgeous tonight. And the umpires, Sam Holbrook behind the plate. Greg Gibson is at first. Brian Knight is at second. And Jerry Davis is at third. So this shows you a little bit about how lively the park is going to be tonight, as Kendall, not known for his power, almost takes it over Andrew's head.
Here's DeJesus having a big year. 331, 5 homers, and 35 knocked in. Takes first pitch strike. He's 13 for 72. 72 at-bats against Burley.
Kansas City came out through Dayton Moore, the GM, and said they are still contemplating the idea of moving David DeJesus before the trade deadline. He's one of the guys way too valuable to ever clear waivers, especially at his salary level at this point. So they know if they're going to move him, it has to be before the deadline.
Well, there's some clubs out there who are still in the hunt who DeJesus could help.
There's no doubt. He can play all 3 outfield positions. He'll be best suited because of his lack of power for center field.
Checks it up, takes a strike. And the count 1-2.
And if you missed it today, Cliff Lee was traded from the Seattle Mariners to the Texas Rangers. A team that we don't see again, which is good. And we go to Seattle and we don't have to face Cliff Lee.
That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Minnesota has 7 games left with Texas. Detroit has 5 games left with Texas.
And some pretty good young players going back the Mariners' way.
They better be. Hit him on the fist, pops him up. Juan Pierre. 2 down. So there's a possibility that because of the 2 series, a 4-game set and a 3-game set with Minnesota, and then a 3-game set and a 2-game set with the Tigers, that Cliff Lee might pitch twice against each or none against those guys.
Well, we would prefer twice, obviously, as Cliff Lee is awfully tough, and many times he's his own closer.
So here's Butler hitting at .327. 9 homers, 46 driven in. Butler had a big series against us. He was 5 for 11 with a homer and 4 RBIs in that 3-game set. Takes ball 1.
Kansas City, one of the 3 hottest teams in baseball. We talked about it. Colorado Rockies, Tampa Bay Rays, and Kansas City, all winners of 8 of their last 10.
There's a strike, and the count evens at 1. Yeah, Kansas City just went into Seattle and swept them out there.
Well, Seattle's really scuffling. 34 and 51. Losers of 4 in a row. Like yesterday, the entire AL West, Texas, Los Angeles, Oakland, and Seattle, all lost.
Checks it up. And the count 2-1.
That went up.
Thought it was a little high.
Yeah, AJ just tried to ease it back down into the zone.
There's a strike, and the count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the top of the first inning.
Billy Butler is telling Sam Holbrook, that was the same pitch. Watch what AJ does. Pitch is in the same spot. This time he lowers the glove a little quicker.
The 2-2. Butler was looking for that one, got it, and just underneath it.
Butler, for a big power hitter, and he doesn't have prolific power yet. He will eventually turn a lot of those line drives into home runs. 318 at bats, only 39 strikeouts.
And just turned 24 years old. He is a good talent. Last year hit .301, 21 homers, and knocked in 93. As AJ had no chance on that one. So Paz decided he was going to go on first move. That's stolen base number 25.
Well, he guessed right, thinking that on a 2-2 pitch to the one remaining big power threat in the lineup, that Mark Burley's attention would be strictly on Billy Butler, and he was right. Jose Guillen out of the lineup with a quad problem, so it leaves Butler in the middle of the lineup as the thumper.
Fail. And that's ball 4. So that'll bring up Wilson Bettermit. Boy, he's been swinging that bat since that Kansas City uniform went on his back. Hitting a .375, 4 homers. He's driven in 10.
A big series against us in Kansas City.
Well, he's been swinging the bat better. Right-handed, he's 6 for 12 with 3 homers and 6 ribbies. Takes first pitch strike. Left-handed hitting at .333. And the count 0-2.
Mark's had a fairly tough first inning. He'll deliver his 28th pitch. Plus, Posednik hit one right off his right wrist, leading off the ball game.
There goes Posednik. He gone. And that'll retire the side. After a half inning of play, it's the Royals 0, and the good guys coming to bat.
And Paul Konerko hitting fourth. Quinton, Perzinski, Jones, Viciedo, and Beckham playing second and hitting ninth. The defense, and now they'll line up behind Bruce Chen, left to right, Posednik, Meyer, and DeJesus. Betterment, Betcourt, Aviles, Butler, and Kendall behind the plate. And the Toyota starting pitcher is Bruce Chen. 5-2 this year. He's worked some out of the bullpen. This his 8th start. See, just 35 hits and 48 2/3 innings. And Chen has changed. He's a couple years removed from Tommy John surgery. Does have a curveball, throws a slider and a cutter. Because he's not overpowering, he will change arm angles on occasion.
He was throwing all from down below. Not a submarine, but from his normal arm angle. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Is that pitch outside? One hitting at 260. No homers. He's driven in 14. Betterment in on the grass at third. Evan skips back into the seats for a souvenir.
Chen would be the original soft tosser because don't look for too much heat from him.
Two and one. Sox come in hitting at 253 as a club with a 4.05 ERA. Sox 24-19 here at home. And there's another souvenir. Top of the fourth at Comerica Park. It is now a 7-1 Detroit lead over Minnesota. That ball hit hard into left field, but Pides is playing him perfectly. One out. Here's Alexei hitting at 277, 8 homers. He's driven in 33.
Bruce Chen is living proof that if you throw with your left arm and can get the ball over the plate, you will find a job in this league.
10 teams.
Really astounding.
He is 33 years old, 6'2", 215 pounds, born in Panama City, Panama. Alexei draws it back. Change up.
Pretty tough to throw a changeup when you top out around 82 miles an hour, but he's able to do it. The changeup at 75.
Well, when you're hitting, that ball hit hard in the center field, but not hard enough. Mitch Meyer, 2 down. Opponent's hitting just 202 against him.
Well, he depends these days on a steady diet of off-speed pitches, and he does a lot of things with the baseball. I mean, when you throw a slider and a cutter, the cutter will go straight across to the right-handers. The slider will go down and in. He has a curveball, which he throws at different speeds. And that fastball that doesn't have a whole lot on it.
Alex takes ball 1. Alex hitting at 306, 14 homers, 47 driven in. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Alex has had trouble with Chen. 15 at bats, 2 hits. And that's chopped foul. He's looking at Kansas City. Against the East, they are 7-9. Not bad. Against the Central, they are 16-16.
Okay.
And against the West, they're 8-11.
Well, with Ned Yost, they're playing a lot better baseball. The team is hitting the ball consistently better, and they're actually picking it up a touch better.
That ball is hurt. Just knuckling going out there in the center field. So with 2 out, Leos aboard. Let's check out our picks to click. Of course, you can join that by tuning into the Falco pregame live in See Ozzy's Lounge and make your selection. And tonight, White Sox fans watching at home have voted for Carlos Quentin. Jim Angiu, our director and the crew, are taking Alexei. And Stone Pony's going with Alex Rios, who just singled. And JJ and Tim Shearer and I and all the great folks at Ditka's are going to go with Dan Viciedo.
Well, I think allowing me to pick after a guy gets a hit makes it a little easier, at least to start with.
So here's Paulie. Paulie's got a couple of home runs off Chen. 4 for 12 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs. He comes in hitting at .296, 20 homers, and 61 ribbies. And Paulie, of course, finished third in that balloting, which everybody anticipated. And you get the New York fans voting against the Boston fans. They're not voting for the players. They're voting against each other.
Well, unfortunately, Paulie had to run into Kevin Youkilis and Nick Swisher. Swisher from the Yankees, Youkilis from Boston. And you couldn't play one side against the other.
That could have been Jimmy John and Sammy Smith. It wouldn't have made any difference.
Probably
New
not.
York or Boston was going to win as that ball hit hard. But Paul wanted to thank all the fans for their effort in trying to get him to Hollywood for that All-Star game. And certainly he deserved to be there. As I said earlier, in all my years here in Chicago with all the teams since they had started the fan vote for the last spot on the roster, this was the biggest disappointment to me that Paul Konerko did not get on that All-Star team because he deserved it. Matt Thornton, our only representative, in case you did not know. Somebody was asking me the other day, tell me about Matt Thornton. And I said, well, he's the best left-handed reliever in this league since Dan Plesac, who was pretty good.
He's just outstanding.
They got him picked off with a good throw. And that'll do it. Nothing across. There was a single. They pick him off. After 1, no score.
First career shutout, second career complete game. Retired 27 of 30 batters he faced. It was a 2-hitter, and he fanned 7. What a performance by John Danks.
Just too much Johnny Danks. Mike Aviles will lead it off for the Royals. Takes first pitch strike. Aviles hitting at .318. A couple of homers he's driven in 13. 7 for 22 lifetime off birth. 1-1 to count. Pops him up. Paulie. 1 out.
This
So
is
here
the guy,
is Willie Bloomquist.
He's the guy that Mark has to worry about.
15 for 33.
Willie doesn't hit a whole lot of people, as that batting average would indicate. But boy, he loves to see Mark Burley on the hill.
Outfield around to the right, and the 1-0 pitch. Drops a hook on him. KCA, even with the bag off the line, now backs up a couple of steps. 3, 4. Third baseman, Burley and Danks are on the mound. Have got to be on their toes, not on their heels, their toes.
Well, there used to be a time when the shortstop would tell the third baseman anytime a cutter inside or an off-speed pitch was coming.
There was that time, but that time has passed, unfortunately. It's amazing. To me, it was, I think I mentioned to you, when I played first base with the Red Sox at Fenway Park, I knew, or anywhere, I knew the right-hander was pitching to a strong left-handed hitter. I knew every off-speed pitch that was coming.
You should. I mean, that's what you really have to take advantage of. And this is a game where little things turn into winning games.
And when I played right field, I knew every off-speed pitch that was coming.
From the second baseman?
Yeah.
Yep.
Meyer with a 2-0 count. He's 8 for 19 lifetime off Burley. And it's so easy to do. And first of all, the whole premise of the thing is one thing. It keeps the outfielders into the game because you're looking every pitch to see what's coming. And some guys, as you know, have a tendency to take that pop of that strikeout out to their position with them. But when you're going to be getting the signs like that, it keeps you into the ball game, and then obviously it helps you get a better jump.
Gives you just one step. That's the difference sometimes between a double and an out.
So it's a big thing is keeping everybody into the game. Payoff. He gone. Second strikeout for Burley. 1-2-3 inning. After an inning and a half, nada.
A, Zach Greinke. B, Billy Butler. C, Joakim Soria. D, David DeJesus. Text A, B, C, or D to 53695. Stick around for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live for final results, or visit csnchicago.com.
Paul Konerko will lead it off. He was at the plate when Alex was picked off at first, trying to steal second. Butler made a good throw to get it. breaking ball misses.
It's a big advantage for Paul because he's seen almost the entire repertoire of Chen the first time up before the pickoff.
And there's a change. 21 the count. Canerco third all time in White Sox franchise history in RBIs. Checks it up. The big hurt, of course, on top. Rushes Luke. Full aches and pains. Luke Appling in second. Paulie. Baines third. And Minnie Minoso fourth. Fifth. Three and one to count. And there's a shot base hit. So Paulie starts it off in fine fashion.
Bruce Chen cannot afford to fall behind. Not with the stuff that he throws. He's got to stay on top and then nibble at the corners with the soft stuff. But if he falls behind and has to throw a fastball, he is very vulnerable.
So here's Carlos back in action after making that brilliant catch. And coming up with a very sore left knee. Carlos hitting at .234, 15 homers, but he's knocked in 53. Count evens at 1.
I talked with Carlos before the game, and he said that he was still a little sore. That's probably why Ozzie is not putting him into the outfield quite yet. But it feels good enough to play, and we could use his bat in the middle of this order.
Well, he's made two of the best catches we've seen all year by the right fielder. That's blowing away 2-1.
Last 18, Carlos has been hot.
And the count 3-1. Behind Paulie 3-1. Now behind Quentin 3-1. AJ on deck. Swings at a tough 3-1 pitch right there.
That was very much a pitcher's pitch. That ball was low and away. Debatable if it was a strike. Carlos does like the ball down, and so he went after it.
And the payoff. You got a cookie right there, and fouls it straight back.
Ball was running on the play. Ozzie wants to stay out of the double play. And this one right down the middle.
Well, it's not guys like your Verlanders, Gavin Floyds, a little bit better right-handers. This good stuff. There's a bullet back through the middle. Boy, that was right between the wickets. But it's not those kind of guys that can put a hitter in between. It's guys like Bruce Chen that can put you in between.
If he gets on top, he's a whole lot tougher. If he falls behind, then things like this happen. And that almost knocked him off the mound. Past the flying Aviles. Aviles playing up the middle and still can't get to it.
Well, that'll bring up AJ. AJ hitting at .238 for homers. He's driven in 21, but he has hit Chen hard. 11 at bats, 6 hits, 5 of which stayed in the park. There's a bunt. Chen had to play at third. That's the case. He just didn't know at all who was running because they had Canerco dead to rights.
Well, first of all, you got to listen to your catcher. And that's one of the things that Bruce Chen didn't do, because the catcher is the captain on the play. He's got everything in front of him. He had an easy play at third.
Easy. Betterment. Good play by Wilson to recognize it, get back to the bag. You can see we get a big break right there. That was to the point they may have gotten 2. Meanwhile, they didn't. And here's Andrew. Andrew has got to try to beat this guy to right field. Unless he gets a cookie.
They're going to concede the run. Everybody back in the infield. However, a one-hop shot to Butler. It's going to be hard for Paulie to score.
And count 2-0. Viciedo on deck. Andrew, 11 homers, 23 knocked in, sitting on 399. Make it! Make it! Get up! It's off the wall. Dadgummit! Paulie's going to score. Quinton's going to score on the double by Andrew Jones, and the Sox lead it 2-0.
Well, I was pleasantly surprised they decided to pitch to Andrew. The first base open, a rookie coming up, and Andrew, who has driven in runs for a long time, just misses 400. This is a changeup. It's out away. And a sinking line drive hits the bottom part of the fence.
So Pies got it back in, holding him to a single. Thought that one had a chance to put him in the 46th place all time by himself. He's tied right now with the great Al Kaline of the Tigers and Andres Galarraga. Viciedo hitting it. 281. Tank's got a homer and 4 RBIs. Good lead. As he takes first pitch strike. Well, falling behind Konerko 3-1, then falling behind Quinton 3-1, like Stevie was talking about, he cannot do that. If he does, he's probably going to get beat.
Falling behind 2-0 to Jones.
And there's a base hit. JJ and Tim Scherr's pick the click gets in on the action.
Dan takes it through the left side. And Bruce Chen has given up 4 hits in the inning. And 5 hits overall when he trails by a pair.
So here's Gordon. Hitting at 205, a couple of homers. He's driven in 20. Takes first pitch strike. Nothing doing. Outfield shading to the right. Nice gap out there in left center. And you got Betterman well off the line at third. There's a shot. Just fouled. Close.
Jerry Davis has to turn immediately as this rocket right down the line just misses. Sox have come in with a very good game plan against Bruce Chen. Hit him really hard.
Oh, he got a cookie right there on 0-2 and couldn't do anything with it.
The other third,
Michigan Avenue.
Yeah. Pretty hittable, especially to right center, and they're shading him around toward right center.
That's blowing away. Ball and 2 strikes to Beckham. And while they have a little chit-chat, a reminder, prorated White Sox season ticket plans are on sale right now. Full season, weekday, and weekend plans offer best seat locations at the lowest prices with the most benefits. So dial 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. And 1-2. That's out number 2. And prior to the game, Matt Thornton, our All-Star, was presented with his American League All-Star jersey. And congratulations, certainly he deserves that. I know that the best left-handed reliever I've ever seen, I didn't hit against him. He was after me. It was Dan Plesac. Jesse Roscoe was a good one, but the best left-handed reliever that I hit against, the best stuff, was Terry Forster.
Terry Forster, for a brief period of time, because he got hurt his back, was as devastating as any left-handed reliever around. But the guy that I saw as a left-handed reliever, not a setup man now, was Billy Wagner.
Oh, yeah, Pierre can't get it. No, both Plesac. Thornton was not as tough on left-handed hitters as Plesac.
True.
But Thornton was tougher on right-handed hitters than Danny was. But Plesac, to me, is the best left-handed reliever ever. As that ball hit in the left field. Hides is there, makes the catch in foul territory, but the bullet off the bottom of the wall by Andrew Jones knocks in Konerko and Quinton, and Sox lead at 2-0. Plays on demand with Xfinity TV from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Unieski, Betancourt. 258, 5 homers. He's driven in 34. Beckham. Yes, picking cherries like a bowl full of cherries.
Nice play by Gordon. He doesn't know where Rios is going to be. He looks back over his head and makes the play, and that's not an easy play.
Well, he made it look easy, didn't he?
There's a question of not taking your bat out to the field with you.
He won't do that. He will not do that. He's the kind of player. He got a lot of Robin Ventura in him. Robin started off 0 for 41. He's the kind of player, when he comes out of this, that's trouble. That's a gapper. That might be 3 unless he's going to give it a shot. No, he pulls up and they go back. No, just underneath the tag.
Well done as far as hitting the cutoff man and then going behind Posednik, who was thinking about 3 bases. Alex gets it back in. Good job by Gordon when he realizes that Posednik was not gone. Paul, as a trailer, and a lot of first basemen don't realize this is where you have to be. You have no other responsibility on the play. And they just missed taking him off base as he crawls back to second base.
Well, that was a terrific rotation by the umpires, too. Jerry Davis, the third base umpire, you can see him moving. He had great position and made the right call. So that's a 6-2 bagger for Pods. And there's a strike to Kendall. Yeah, that play by Beckham.
Looks a little bigger.
A little bigger. Foul ball.
Or cut that ball in on the hands of Jason Kendall. Last time he did the same thing, broke his bat. This time, Kendall was looking for it, hit it hard, but fortunately, was a little too quick.
Now feel well around to the right. Kendall 0 for 1. He had a line shot over the head of Andrew Jones, who really went back and made a nice recovery catch. Now getting back to those left-handed relievers, though. Jesse Orozco pitched 24 years.
It was absolutely amazing.
There's a soft little line drive, and Plesac pitched 18 years. Can you imagine left-handed relievers? When the average shelf life of a reliever is 2.5 years.
Remember, Dan Plesac was a closer. And when he first came in this league, and as he learned how to close, he was terrific.
It was awesome.
And just watching him work and understanding what he did, and then later on when he couldn't close anymore, he became a terrific setup man. And a lot of guys can't make that, once they have that closer mentality, they can't make that adjustment as they get older to being a setup man. Dan didn't have that problem.
Mitch Williams had some good stuff out there. When he got it over, you were overmatched.
When he got it over, nobody could hit.
That's right.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
0-1 the count to DeJesus. 0-2 the count to DeJesus. Didn't care for that one.
A little unhappy with Sam Holbrook, but we talked about Sam Holbrook last time out. We had him behind the plate in Washington, and he was consistent. It was a wide plate, but it was consistently wide.
I wish more umpires had his strike zone. It's the same for both clubs. That's all you can ask, and it gave the pitchers an opportunity. I've always liked Holbrook as an umpire.
Well, AJ's doing a real good job of taking high pitches and making them look a whole lot lower. The glove is real quick. He angles it down. And he's stolen a couple of pitches from Mark Burley early in this game.
Paulie, that's a foul ball. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for our guys. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for their guys. First of a 3-game set. That ball into left field. Juan Pierre sticks out the hand, makes the call, has the ball. And that'll do it. Nothing across. It was a double by Scotty Pides. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, leading 2-0.
You ponder that for a bit. We'll have the answer for you down the road.
Alexi Ramirez will lead it off for us here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good guys on top 2-0. Alexi went out deep to center. He's 0 for 1. First of 3 tomorrow night, Gavin Floyd against Brian Bannister. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field as that pitch up high. Then the finale of this series in this homestand on Sunday to be announced for us against Zach Greinke. If you can't make it to the ballpark, that game tomorrow will be over WGN. And on Sunday, it'll be right back here on Comcast Sportsnet, and then it's the All-Star break for 3 days.
Then starts a very long road trip.
High. One out.
This is not an easy time to see the ball, and Mitch Meyer was able to pick it up, call for it, and put it away.
So here's Alex. He just absolutely pickled one into center field for a base hit. Takes that curveball strike. Outfield slightly to the left. Bit of a gap in right center. And that's low.
Pan around and show you the defense.
And the count 3-1.
Almost every time Chen has fallen behind, he's gotten hurt. So let's see what he decides to do with Alex.
That ball hit deep into center field, but not deep enough. 2 down. That'll bring up Paulie. Paulie started off that 2-run second with a bullet single in the left. Pides in foul ground, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Paulie just missed that one. Meanwhile, we'll go to the fourth with this 2-run lead.
Open 1 a.m. or later.
Billy Butler will lead it off here in the top of the fourth. Takes ball one. Butler drew a walk. Only one that Burley has issued. Butler 14 for 39 lifetime off mark, and there is a breaking ball strike.
That walk was a bit of a pitch around. An effort to get to Bedemet, and then Mark struck him out.
Gordon's got him one out.
For the game, both Hawk and I talked to Jake Peavy, and he's going to undergo surgery on Wednesday at Rush University Hospital. And Jake was very optimistic about it, as was Dr. Charles Bush Joseph, who is our orthopod. And it's going to be performed by Dr. Tony Romeo, the White Sox orthopedic surgeon. Now, Jake got separate opinions from James Andrews and Louis Yoakum, two of the best orthopedic surgeons in the country. And they both said if we had our choices, and they said this independently, they would use Tony Romeo in Chicago. So Jake feels pretty good about it. We feel good about it. And I know both of us, talking with Dr. Charles Bush Joseph, he felt enthusiastic that Jake would make a complete recovery, and we certainly hope so.
There's in the hole. So Bedemet with the one-out single. Yeah, Dr. Bush Joseph was very excited. Well, Dr. Romeo is supposed to be the best in the world at that. And when you get the best in the world, it's like going to see Dr. Kirk Paco for retinal surgery. You got to go if you have a chance to get the best in the world.
Well, the fact is that he just happens to be right here. That's good.
We've got some tremendous. We got Dr. Kirk Paco, as I mentioned, Illinois Retinal Group, and we got David Orth, of course, who heads that up. And we got Jim Noth. I remember when I had my 2 cataract surgeries. I had one on Tuesday morning, did the game that night. I had the next one that Friday and did the game that night. Never had to take an aspirin. Never had to take an aspirin for any of the 4 of the 2 detached retinas, the 2 cataracts. Never had to take an aspirin. No pain, 0.
You take anything else?
No.
Okay. That's good.
It's amazing. Bloomquist, what these guys can do today. These anesthesiologists is absolutely amazing. Tracy Williams quarterbacked the whole thing for us. That's trouble. Foul.
Well, Tracy was up here before the game, and he gave me something to actually clean off my glasses. I got to tell you, it's a much clearer baseball game. I was starting to wonder.
Of course, Tracy heads up Spectrios. And that is for severe eye cases. Oh, and 1 to count to Bloomquist. And there again is another base hit. Bloomquist. Now 16 for 35 lifetime off Burley.
They're just some guys that they'll always have your number. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you throw. This was a curveball, wasn't a bad one. It was up a little higher perhaps than Mark would like, but it was out away, and Bloomquist just reached out. Flipped it right over the head of Gordon Beckett.
Well, Bloomquist hits him hard, and Mike Redmond hits him hard. There's a breaking ball strike to Meyer, who struck out to end the second inning. 2-5-0 for our guys, 0-4-0 for their guys. As there's a out and around, chop foul. And the count 0-2. Not bite, but not chase. That ball into left center field is going to hang up for Alex, who just very gracefully gets underneath it, makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It is still 2-0 Sox.
Answer? None other than George Brett. July 25th, 1990 at Toronto.
What a player. What a player. My all-time favorite player right there.
He played a long time, and as long as he played, he could still hit.
Bottom of the fourth, Carlos Quentin, who singled and scored back in the second. That is foul back. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 or more guests, purchase a block of tickets, or enhance your outing with one of the 6 great party areas. Now, the more tickets you order, the more money you save. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. 21 to count to Quentin. A beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. That's up high. And that's low. So he's got the catbird seat once again at 3-1. And that's ball 4. So the dreaded leadoff walk. And before the game, had a ceremonial first pitch thrown out by the 23rd pick in the first round of the NFL draft, Green Bay Packers. Brian Bulaga, who is a huge Sox fan, and he had a little juice on that one. I met him before the game. Now, Viciato is the little tank. This guy's like a Sherman tank.
Hard to tell he's a lineman.
I'll tell you.
He's the whole line.
How wide he is. Wow. So here's AJ. He had a sacrifice bunt, moving Konerko and Quentin up in the second inning. They both scored. Takes first pitch strike. Brian Bulaga out of Iowa. Hope he does great, except when they play our Bears.
Twice.
That's in the seats. Also a reminder, you can join the White Sox for a special Kids Day costume party presented by the Museum of Science and Industry Chicago. You can wear your best costume to the game now. Wear your best one to the game. Festivities include a kids-only autograph session, a bags board competition, face painters, and much, much more. So call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
That was a sweeping breaking ball. This one almost swept Kendall into the on-deck circuit.
Got him on the fist right there, so the count hangs 2-2. Andrew Jones on deck. And another foul was from the upper tank. AJ 6 for 11 with a homer off Bruce Chin. And that's low. So a full count. See what Ozzie wants to do. Decent lead. Watch out. They got him.
Well, Chen has shown that he's got a terrific move. He showed it to Rios in the first inning. And he just showed it again. So he's picked off 2. Got the tag just before the bag, and Greg Gibson on the call.
And now the payoff to AJ. A.J. riding him hard, wants to put him away wet.
That is not going to strike out too many.
That ball hit deep to right field. Get up. It will. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. He is now 7 for 12 lifetime with 2 homers off Chin, and the Sox lead it 3-0. Mercer.
Home run number 5, RBI number 22. He continues to torment the Royals left-hander. Our Ford home run replay was a changeup down and out over the plate. Headed right toward the Bertucci boys in the Miller Lite Bullpen Sports Bar. And that's going to be it for Chen. He's going to leave. Ned Yost tells him he did a good job. And the call to the pen. And we'll be back after these messages.
Championship journey is beginning tomorrow night at 7. CSN will re-air 17 amazing games, including all 6 Stanley Cup final matchups. So for air times and more information, visit csnchicago.com.
Our Lexus Pursuing Perfection call to the pen is Kenekoa Teixeira. One of the few Kenekoas in all of baseball. Up for the 26th time, the 10th time as a Royal. ERA 3.86, but as a Royal, he's 1-0 with a 1.93 ERA.
So here is Andrew Jones, who had that bullet single off the left field wall to knock in a pair in the second inning. Takes a strike. Two and one. 3 runs on 6 hits for our guys. No runs on 4 hits for their guys. Neither team has committed an error. And he's got the catbird seat. And that's called a strike. Grounder, and that's a base hit.
Second hit of the night for Andrew, whose first almost left the ballpark, and this is a fastball down the middle. Teixeira challenging him with 3-2. Just by Aviles, who's a dependable second baseman, just doesn't have the great range.
So here's Tank. He singled back in the second inning to left field. And this should be. Rack him up. But the home run by A.J. Pierzynski will go to the fifth, leading 3-0. First pitch to Unieski Betancourt into center field. Alex did not read it, broke back, could not recover, so leadoff single. And a reminder, you can text Subway to 53695, and if you are the 500th texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway.
I think that's a product of visibility as much as anything else, because Betancourt hit it off the end of the bat, and it's not quite dark yet. The lights haven't fully taken control. Turned into a base hit.
Takes the bunt, takes the strike, does Pods. And here's what he did in the first inning.
Painful way to start the game for Mark Burley. His old buddy rifling one off his right arm.
He took a shot. And then he doubled. Was one out in the third into right center. Picked up his 25th stolen base also in the first inning.
Mark, one of those guys that would throw an 0-2 pitch under his chin?
Nah, he might throw it a foot over his head, 2 feet over his head. A couple feet behind him. And then laugh at him. Going away 1-2. Outfield about equidistant, spread out slightly to the left. And there's another one. Reminder, tomorrow at 6:05 against these Royals, you can be the big kahuna and join the White Sox here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. First 20,000 fans in attendance will receive beach towels from all the good folks at Walgreens. That ball into left field. That's a can of corn for one. He's there, makes a catch. So Pods is finally retired.
Now we'll take a look at the turnaround for the pitching staff through June 8th. You can see 9 under. The starters 7 under. Starters ERA way up there. Quality starts not all that much. Since then, 22-5, starters 17-5, but the starters ERA at 2.38 and a bullpen ERA at 2.41. Product of good pitching and, with the exception of one 5-error game, wonderful defense.
And something else too, some great catching from AJ and Ramon Castro, putting the numbers down. There's a shot by Viciato. So we have 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Yeah, but you don't put those kind of numbers up unless those guys are putting the right numbers down.
We have a lot of pitchers that don't even bother shaking off either of those catches.
No, they don't. That's what I'm talking about. They don't get enough credit for it.
They just say, hey, you call the game. Tell me where you want me to throw it. I will throw it there with whatever pitch you want. I know Mark Burley, I can't remember last time he ever shook off a pitch.
Never have. So here's DeJesus. He's going to take the out. And 2 down. Now, when you get... And that's one thing I love about Oz. Ozzie tells AJ, hey, you're the catcher. You call the sign. A lot of managers don't give their catchers that kind of leeway.
No, in this day and age, you have a lot of managers or pitching coaches that will call 90% of the pitches.
Well,
and they take it all out of the catcher's hand.
They want to micromanage everything. Meanwhile, here's the wrong man at the wrong time. Billy Butler has walked and grounded to second. Takes it up high. We got Betterment on deck, who's been swinging a hot bat. Betterment 1 for 2 in this game.
Wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea if you're going to go at Butler, go at him out of the strike zone.
He did. Pops him up. Nice pitch on the fist. Yes. And that'll retire the threat, the sign. We're halfway home. Sox lead, it's 3-0, and it's southpaw time. bottom of the 5th. It'll be Beckham, Pierre, and Alexei. Gordon 0 for 1, struck out after just narrowly by inches missing a double to knock in a run back in the 2nd. 1-0 the count from Teixeira. Outfield slightly to the right. Bit of a gap in left center. Betterman back. And well off the line. There's the strike.
Bruce Chen went 3 1/3 innings, gave up all 3 runs on 6 hits, walked 1, fanned 1.
And there's ball by Betterman. Gordon's going to give it a go. Got Podge with the throw. Safe. So the leadoff double. That's his 12th two-bagger.
Could very well have had 2 tonight. All you can do is hit the ball hard, and he's done it twice. And this one taken by Wilson Betterman. It's a hanging breaking ball from Teixeira. And Betterman can't get to it. Surprising, he was always so quick over here.
That's cool. Here's one. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. 3-8-0 for our Sox. 0-6-0 for their Royals. There's a bunt. That'll get the job done. And maybe more. Yes.
Well, Betterman was in at third base. In fact, he was in on the grass. That was just a perfect bunt. So Juan trying to do the right thing. Actually trying to sacrifice Beckham to third. Couldn't have rolled it out there any better. Betterman can't get to it. By the time Teixeira does, he's got no play at first. What a great bunt.
So runners at the corners, nobody out, and here is Alexei. He was 0 for 2. Twice he's gone out deep to center. Juan with 32 stolen bases. Good speed on the pass. Back in the third, Pierre at first.
Kansas City, Kendall threw the ball as well as we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, a couple of our guys got a couple good jumps, and he still got it.
Veteran catcher of many years, still loves to catch, and if he had his druthers, would literally catch every day.
Nice gap out there in right center. Royals with Pasednik at left, Meyer in center, to Jesus in right. And there's a ground ball. They go second. They turn it over. So the second double play turn by the Royals, but Beckham scores, and it's a 4-0 ball game. Here's Alex. Alex singled hard to center, and then he went out deep to center. Takes a breaking ball strike. And that's low. 7th inning in Detroit, 7-2 Tigers leading the Twinkies. That evens the count at 2 with Konerko the on-deck hitter. Just tuning in, Sox with 2 in the second. Big base hit off the wall by Andrew Jones. Fourth, a homer by Pierzynski. Now the leadoff double by Beckham. Bunt single by Juan Pierre. And Beckham scores on the double play ball as he gets Alex, and that will retire the side. We'll go to the 6th. It is 4-0 White Sox. Wilson Betterment will lead it off here in the top of the 6th inning. Burley with a 4-0 lead. Betterment has struck out and singled to left. Checks it up and takes ball 1. That ball hit hard in the center field. Alex back on the track, makes the catch. You know, if you notice, Tony, since the emergence, so to speak, of the maple bats, you see outfielders who are good outfielders getting a few more misreads because of the sound.
Well, the maple bat sounds like you've just crushed it.
Exactly. And what they're doing, you're seeing a lot of guys who hit it off the end of the bat, as Betancourt did, and it still sounds out there like he dead centered it. I know the greatest statement I ever heard by a center fielder was when Willie Mays. I was playing golf with Willie. We were playing out at La Costa, and we were talking about, you know, defense and all this stuff. And Willie says, you know, I play with my ears. He could hear that sound, and when he heard that sound, he was going back, or he was going deep to his left, deep to his right, because he knew the ball was barreled up.
Well, there was probably one bat at the time. Louisville slugger probably dominated the field, and the ash bat was the same. The sound was the same all the time.
Yeah, you could hear it with the ash. You could hear it when it hit off the end or off the trademark. With that maple, you cannot hear it.
Well, Alex has played a sensational center field, and were I considering the pick to click, the defense would be a big part of this one.
Here we go again, Harold. That pitch get foul.
It will.
Bloomquist is 1 for 2. I was talking with Cito Gaston about Alex, and Cito just thinks the world of Alex Rios. said he is a tremendous player, tremendous center fielder, tremendous offensive player. He said this was during the winter. He said, don't worry about how he finished up last year. He said this year he's going to show you what kind of player he is.
They're at a point where they had some young outfielders to use on the corners, some guys they wanted to give some playing time that weren't making near the money that Alex was making, and they had an opportunity to give themselves some financial flexibility, and they took it.
Yeah, Cito hated to lose him.
But when you can get a player the caliber of Alex Rios and you don't have to give up anybody for him, that's a pretty decent deal. Well, assuming he plays like the two-time All-Star he was, which is what he's doing this year.
Big gap in left center. No, he just ate him up right there. Not going to be able to get Bloomquist, though. He can put him up, put him down very quickly.
Good pitch by Mark Burley, because Bloomquist has really given him problems, and this is the softest ground ball he's hit. Very slow developing play. And this slide and roll, a lot of folks don't like that too much.
Well, it's better than going in with the spikes up.
Well, you do foul that away, however, and if you're a middle infielder, it's a case of Aviles. Gordon gets a shot. There's a lot of games left between the Royals and the White Sox.
Meyer has struck out and gone out to center. And that will retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth, leading 4-0.
A little earlier, here are the results so far. Billy Butler shading out Zach Greinke. There's still time to vote for who you think's the best player on the Royals. Again, final results will be shown to you on the U.S. Cellular post-game show.
Right here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field, it's the bottom of the sixth inning, and the Sox with a 4-0 lead, trying to pick up their sixth consecutive victory. Paulie takes strike one. Paulie is 1 for 2. Started off that 2-run second with a hard single to left. Then in the third, he just missed hitting one out of here. And for all of you that voted for Paulie and tried to get him into the All-Star game, I wanted to send out his sincere thank you. Paulie said he knew it was an uphill battle when you're going against Yankee fans and Red Sox fans. Has a count 2-1. And he's got the catbird seat 3-1 with Carlos on deck.
Home run leaders in home games, and as you can see, Paulie likes the home cooking. 15 home runs, only Josh Hamilton with 16 in Texas has more.
And that's popped up in the right field to Jesus, and that's out number 1. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at www.whitesox.com. Here's Carlos. He is 1 for 1. A single, a bullet single right back through the wickets of Bruce Chin, and he scored. Then he walked, leading off the 4th. And once again, a reminder, make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Game 2 of this series. Gavin Floyd against Brian Bannister. Of course, that's a 6:05 start tomorrow night. And in the finale, on 1:05 on Sunday, to be announced for us against Zach Greinke for them. Betterman sucks it up.
Here's the Feldco upcoming schedule. It's the 2 remaining with Kansas City. Then Matt Thornton will head to Anaheim for the All-Star game. And then we take off on the road with 4 against Minnesota, 3 of which you see right there. Followed by a trip to Seattle, culminating with beautiful Oakland.
So here's A.J. A.J. is 1 for 1, picked up his 5th homer in the 4th inning.
He battled him at 3-2 and won the war.
Fouls that one back. And the first 25,000 fans in attendance at each home game will receive a New England Coffee game card redeemable for $2 off your next retail purchase from New England Coffee. Family coffee roasters since 1916. It's a home run for Chicago. Two and 1. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with Andrew Jones on deck. There's a shot. Stay fair. Good walk. Bottom of the 8th at City Park. Atlanta leading the Mets 4-2.
That's a big series because Atlanta comes in with a 3-game lead over the Mets. I think the Cliff Lee deal today will open up a lot more big trades quickly.
A.J. a little soft grounder down to Butler. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Teixeira. We'll go to the 7th. 4-0. Good guy. Hawks. That's 242-957 to join Blackhawks Mobile and be entered in to win a Stanley Cup Champion Street banner autographed by members of the Blackhawks team. That's Champs, 242-957. There's a strike. Betancourt is 1 for 2. Sox with 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. The homer by Pierzynski was in the fourth. Just popped up. Paulie. He's got room. He's there. 1 out. And of course, with that home run by Paulie, the Alex Snellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 91. So $9,100 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula.
Sudnick has hit the ball hard tonight.
Ducks down and takes a strike. A single and a stolen base in the first, a double in the third. Went out to left. There's a little nubber. And quickly there are 2 gone. And if you are tuning in for the Cubs-Dodgers game on CSN Plus, go to csnchicago.com for details. Kendall takes a strike.
Mark Burley, career-wise, 20-11 against these Royals, but they've given him problems this year. But not tonight.
Especially after getting drilled that hard in the wrists by the first hitter of the game.
And winding up pitching out of a jam in the first inning. And a jam in the fourth inning. And a jam in the fifth inning. And here he is about to deliver pitch 104 in the seventh inning.
Well, you can't. You got to play it like it's a 0-0 ball game. Kansas City leading the major leagues in hitting. They're hitting 283 as a club.
Like missing one of their big hitters, but this lineup can single you to death.
It's the tank's got him. And that's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Burley. 7th inning stretch. He leads it 4-0.
Left-handers have done nothing with him. Opponents overall hitting just .208. We saw him in Kansas City. He's a hard-throwing right-hander. Time's just wild enough to be effective. Overall, he's been very serviceable out of what has been a good Kansas City bullpen.
It's the best they've had in a long time.
Yep.
Well, he's a big man. He's 6'2", 255 pounds. Out of Puerto Plata in the Dominican. So here's Andrew. Breaking ball strike. Andrew is 2 for 2. Hit a bullet off the wall in left field to knock in a pair in the second inning. Was held to a single, and he singled to right in the fourth. That ball hit. Get down. It will. Thank you very much. So he is 3 for 3. Let's get a couple of more boys. Don't stop now.
Andrew is squaring up just about everything. This is sinking line drive. Meyer can't get to it. Big night for Andrew.
And here's the tank. He's 1 for 2. He singled back in the second. Marte in 06, 07, and 08 with Hiroshima. In the Japanese league. That's inside. Gap in left center. 25,572. Count evens at 1. Gavin Floyd against Ryan Bannister tomorrow night at 6:05. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field. If you can't, that game will be over WGN. That's low. And on Sunday, in the finale of this homestand, to be announced for us, speculation, it would be Daniel Hudson against Zach Greinke. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. And 3 days off for the All-Star break. Showed you that upcoming schedule. Then it's off to Minnesota for 3, Kansas City for 3. Don't check that. Minnesota for 4, Seattle for 3, and Oakland for 3. Long set by Marte. Off the end of the bat. Myers got that one. And that is out number 1.
Well, Andrew was going to run. And only Marte holding the baseball, which is one of the best ways to stop a base runner and to disrupt his timing, kept him at first base.
Well, base stealers hate 2 things. Guys that hold the ball on them, number 1. And then you got the other kind of guys that just keep coming over there, where you're going to dive back in. Here's Gordon. Gordon has doubled and scored. Double to lead off the 5th. And the count evens at 1. Boston thumping Toronto 14-3. Top of the 9th up at the Rogers Center. Strasburg beat San Francisco Struck out 8. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 8.
They cooled off a very hot team. The Giants had won 4 in a row, had Matt Cain going for them, and Strasburg just outdueled them.
1 out and a 1-1 pitch. Should be. And rack him up. That's the 3rd double play turned by the Royals. We'll go to the 8th. It is 4-0 Sox. All right, Chuck, thank you very much. As we go to the 8th, 4-10-0 for our guys, 6-0 for their guys. De Jesus, Butler, and Betterment, the heart of their order. As first pitch strike from Burley. And there's a chopper and a curveball foul, and the count 0-2.
Bullpen had the day off yesterday as John Danks went the distance on a 2-hit shutout. They're throwing at this point in the pen as Mark has taken the game into the 8th inning.
Well, since Burley's ejection by Joe West, the Sox have gone 27-12. 15 over. And the 1-2 pitch. Souvenir left side. Sox gave up 3 runs in that first game down in Texas, 3 runs in that second game down in Texas, and 3 runs in that third game down in Texas. And then in the Angels series, in that 4-game set, Sox gave up 2 in the first game, 1 in the second game, 2 unearned runs in the third game, and none in the fourth game. So in the last 7 games, they've given up 14 runs.
And no runs here tonight.
And none tonight. That's some pitching and some catching right there. Payoff pitch. Pokes that one out into left. And it's going to be foul. Just foul. Thank you very much.
Jesus got that one off the end of the bat. Mark Burley at his season high. About to break through it right here.
And once again, the payoff. Leadoff walk.
Looked like Sam Holbrook was about to raise his arm. Thought better of it. Here comes Ozzie. He's going to go to the bullpen. Whenever he takes out the gum, he goes to the bullpen. We'll watch Mark Burley's last pitch. It was down and out of the zone. And Mark Burley gets a great hand. So Sergio Santos comes into the game. We'll step out and be back after these messages.
The field with your family and friends. Individual tickets for the White Sox are on sale right now. So for tickets, visit www.whitesox.com or call 866-SOX-GAME.
Our Lexus Pursuing Perfection call to the pen is Sergio Santos on for the 32nd time. The ERA an even 2. Left-handers have bigger problems than right-handers, but first man he's going to face is Billy Butler with a man at first and a 4-0 lead.
First ball, fastball, Hunting. Pops it up. Major league pop up. And that is out number 1. Butler now 0 for 3. Bedeman has struck out. Singled hard to left and gone out deep to center. Outfield bunts just a hair. As there is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. And that ball hit deep into right field. Andrew is back on the track and hauls it in.
Bedeman's hit the ball hard tonight, but just 1 for 4 to show for it.
He is swinging the bat extremely well. Boy, he just hit some bullets in Kansas City in that series. So here's Mike Aviles. Fouled out to Konerko, popped up to Beckham, and walked. Off the end of the bat. Nice job by Serge. Comes in with a man on, nobody out. Retires 3 in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is still 4-0. Good guy. Juan Pierre will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Juan is 1 for 3. A beautiful bunt single back in the 5th. That was after Gordon Beckham had doubled, so that put him on 3rd. And then he scored on the double play ball by Alexei. Takes ball 1.
Fake bunt brought in Benjamin at third base.
Angels leading Oakland 2-0. Still hitting in the top of the 1st inning. Aviles is there. And that is out number 1. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 or more guests. You can purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. The more tickets you order, the more money you save. So call 312-674-1000 or visit WhiteSox.com. There's a strike to Alexei. And the Tigers have beaten the Twins 7-3.
Well, the Tigers came in with a half-game lead over our team. And with some pretty good pitching out of Mark Burley, who went 7+ innings, scattered 6 hits, walked 3, fanned 2. Sergio Santos with a spotless 8th. Things stay this way, it'll stay at a half game, with Minnesota dropping back to 3 in back of the Tigers.
And that is hit hard, but foul.
That's as it stands right now for the culmination of this game. We would stay 1 back in the loss column. Twins 4 back in the loss column.
And the 0-2. Sox trying to pick up their 6th straight victory and break Kansas City's 3-game winning streak. Kansas City, well, they've won 8 out of the last 10.
They came in one of the 3 hottest clubs in all of baseball over the last 10. But so far they've run into a team playing better baseball over the last month.
As he gets Alexi. So 2 down. That'll bring up Alex Rios. Alex is 1 for 3. Singled hard to center back in the first. So the Royals in their top of the 9th. Schedule hitters are Bloomquist, Meyer, and Betancourt.
Now the bullpen up and going.
Gibson said he went. I don't think so. One of those close ones. And the count 1-1.
Marquez and Threets throwing in the pen. Threets the left-hander on the right. Marquez the right-hander on the left.
Two out, 2-1 to count. Konerko on deck. As you look at Sergio.
He's dropped his ERA below 2. This is his first pitching experience in the major leagues, and he's putting together a wonderful first half.
Big hat, no cattle on that one. I believe that is the final from City Park. Braves defeat the Mets 4-2. So Atlanta now with a 4-game lead over the Metropolitans. And the payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. That's the first walk of the ball game issued by Kansas City pitching, and it'll bring up Paulie. Paulie started off the 2-run second with a solid single to left field. Check that, make that the second walk as Chen walked Carlos Quentin leading off the 4th inning. Gap out in right center. Alex, just a decent lead. And Paulie can't get it. Get 1 or 2 more here. There he goes. There's a throw. Ball gets away. Ryan Knight was going to ring him up.
Throw beat him. Just knocked the ball out of the glove of Avila. 23 bags for Alex Rios. Might as well go.
I tell you that Jason Kendall, as we talked about, he has been throwing extremely well against us. Yeah, he would have been out if he had held on to it.
Good pickup, and then Aviles lost it. And now They have to go through a set of signs with Rios at second base.
And make them pay. 0-2 the count to Konerko. And once again, a reminder, tomorrow night, Gavin Floyd against Brian Bannister. 6:05 start, so make your plans to be with us right here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. If you can, it'll be over WGN. And the finale of this homestand on Sunday to be announced for us. Hopefully Daniel Hudson will be that TBA against Zach Green. In that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. And that ball into right center field. Nobody's going to get it. So Alex will score on the double by Paulie. That's his 15th two-bagger and his 62nd ribby.
.320th with the White Sox ties Harold Baines for 4th in team history. Couldn't have split the outfielders any better. So the ball that left the glove of Aviles turns into the 5th run of the night. And it seems like a fairly comfortable lead heading into the night.
I love it when he short smokes it like that. Keeps that bat in front of him. When he does that, he is one of the best hitters in the game. As Carlos can't get that one. Oh, and 1 the count. Carlos had a big single, a bullet right back through the legs of Bruce Chen in the 2nd inning. And he walked to lead off the 4th and grounded to 3rd in the 6th. Oh, and 2 the count. AJ on deck. Pick him up, Carlos. Look at that 54th ribby. Checks it up. Well, the 2-out walk comes around to score. And there's a nice gap out there in left center. Ball gets away for Paulie in the 3rd.
It goes a wild pitch. No chance at all for Jason Kendall.
Second inning in L.A. Cubs leading the Dodgers. Check that 1-0. And they're still hitting. Checks it up. And a full count. And that's ball 4. So with 2 out, he walks Rios. Konerko doubles him in. Goes to 3rd on the wild pitch. And now he walks Quentin. And here comes AJ, who homered back in the 4th inning.
Bob McClure out to have a talk with Marte. Brett Lillibridge comes on as a pinch runner.
Rob McClure, a crafty southpaw. Cunning and guile.
Spent a lot of time in this league. Hughes warming up at the pen. Feverishly.
As they say, in earnest. So here we go. 2 out runners at the corners and AJ. AJ now with 5 homers. And he takes ball 1.
He's having some problems with the strike zone.
Work him hard here. Get on for Andrew. Give him another shot at 400. Boy, Andrew, if you're just tuning in, missed one right by far in the second inning with that bullet off the wall. Turned into a single, but it knocked in 2. And the count 2-0. 5-11-0 for us, 0-6-0 for them. That ball hit deep. DeJesus just looks up. You can put it on the board. Yeah! The Catbird sheet, 2-0. And AJ just blew it out of here. Mercy.
Home run number 6. Now has 25 runs batted in. And where the first one didn't make it by much, this fastball went way out. Our Ford home run replay, AJ, his second homer of the night, a no-doubter, making this game a no-doubter.
All right, 3-run homer, and we'll be back. Here, and the reason I love him so much, watch Paulie on this double. Short, quick, keeps the bat in front of him, in front of his chest, and watch AJ. Bam! Beautiful.
That brings Dusty Hughes into the game, into a game that has swollen to 8-0 with 4 here in the 8th.
All 4 of these runs coming with 2 out, nobody on. Oh, he just missed it. Dadgummit. That's a 30th of an inch right there, and that would have been number 400. Meanwhile, that big crooked number goes up on the board. We'll go to the ninth. It is 8-0 White Sox. Live. Visit csnchicago.com to submit your question, and you just might get an answer live on air. So don't miss U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live with Chuck, the Big Hurt, and Bill. Immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Jeff Marquez is making his Major League debut here in the ninth inning. And A.J. goes out to have a word with him. He's always going to remember this one, and those are the numbers at Charlotte. 7-4 and ERA over 4. He started 17 times.
Yeah, that's not bad for that bandbox. So, Marquez, 25-year-old right-hander out of Las Vegas, 6'2", 190 pounds. And his first pitch in the big leagues is a strike to Willie Bloomquist.
Got a pretty good curveball. We saw some of that in spring training.
There's a chopper foul, so very quickly 0-2 the count. What a thrill. What a thrill for a youngster making his Major League debut. Something he's dreamed about, lived, and thought about forever. As that's going foul.
And he's always going to remember Willie Bloomquist as long as he lives. And the resolution of this at bat.
Well, they are linked together forever.
Willie might forget it, but not Jeff.
I used to hate to face first-time starters. I don't know how many guys, I must have been their first Major League strikeout. You didn't know what they had. Checks it up and takes ball 1.
That one didn't miss by much. Jeff came over in the Nick Swisher deal. He was one of the players involved in that.
And a count 2-2. And there's a chopper to Hopper. Alexei got him. 1 out.
because of the arm of Ramirez. A successful first out in the major leagues. Also credit that glove of Paul Konerko at first base. Boy, he can't save you some errors. And he gets Bloomquist, who can fly by a half step.
Well, Paulie's a huge reason, both with the leather and the lumber. That leather of his has saved our guys a bunch of errors this year. And games.
No doubt about that.
There's a shot foul.
Nice job by Greg Gibson. He pirouetted away from that on the spin move, able to point in the right direction. Way to go.
And that's a top foul. One and two. Well, Marquez selected a sandwich pick between the first and second rounds. 41st overall in the June 04 draft. And there he gives up his first major league hit to McMyer.
Andrew wanted to throw it to Paulie at first. Myers got pretty good speed. He hits his ball very hard. It's a curveball that doesn't do a whole lot. Gets to Andrew in a hurry. And watch Andrew. He's thinking, I'll save the youngster a hit, but just smiles at Paul.
You know the two guys that have the most fun on our club.
Well, Vizquel is one,
and Andrew is the next. Those two guys have more fun playing. They just love to play the game of baseball. And what great players the two of them have been.
Well, they've both been around forever, and I think both of them don't take a day for granted because they both realize, regardless of how long they've been around or what they've accomplished, and it's been a whole lot between them, you never really know what day is going to be your final day in that uniform.
That ball hit deep in the left. There's another breaking ball. It was just a roller. So Betancourt takes it out of here for a two-run homer, and it's an 8-2 game. A couple of bad breaking balls for Marquez.
6 home runs, 36 driven in for Betancourt. And so the shutout streak goes by the boards. And rolls over the middle of the plate. And Betancourt takes it out. His second hit of the night.
Well, major league hitters, when you get mistakes like that, they usually hit them as a hard comebacker by Posednik. And 2 down. And you got to figure Marquez, as Steve mentioned, Stone Pony said, best pitch is his curveball. And when you get 2 hangers like that in a row, you got to feel like there's a lot of adrenaline in there.
There's no doubt you try to overthrow it. He did, however, 1 out better than me, because I had given up 2 runs with no outs.
With no outs.
I gave up a base hit and a 2-run homer before I retired my first hitter. So he retired 1, then gave up a base hit and a 2-run homer. Larry Stahl, after Dave Campbell hit a 3-2 slider, a base hit to center field. I've hated him ever since that, by the way. And then Larry Stahl hit a 2-0 changeup.
Larry Stahl, former teammate of mine, he could hit him as far as anybody.
He did.
Popped up right side. And when this ball comes down, this game will be over. So the Sox pick up their 6th consecutive victory. They even up the season series against Kansas City at 5-5 and remain just a half game back of the Tigers, who beat the Twins tonight 7-3 at Comerica Park. So the Sox a half game back out of first place. Minnesota 3 games back. But the story tonight, Mark Burley getting ripped on his right wrist with a line drive by Scott Posednik leading off the ball game. He stays in there, goes 7+ innings, giving up no runs, Stone Pony.
Well, Mark is also 5-1 in his last 6 decisions. He took this game realizing that bullpen had been used a lot before the John Danks game. Johnny went the distance. Mark went 7+ innings, took the game into the 8th. give up 6 hits and no runs. What a job, and what a job this team has done as we head a little closer to the All-Star break. Hotter than any team in baseball over the last month.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is our 31-year-old southpaw picking up his 143rd victory. He is now 39 games over 500, his 21st career victory over Kansas City. He is now 21-11 against the Royals. He is our GMC player of the game. All right now let's go down on the field with our lovely and talented Sarah Kustok.
I'm Sarah Kustok here in front of the White Sox dugout with A.J. Pierzynski. A.J., you helped your team to their 6th straight win, 2 home runs on the night. What helped you to really turn things around at the plate here?
It's been a long year, not the best start in the world, but keep battling, and the way we're pitching, just try to chip in. And Mark was the story tonight, 7 innings against this team, the way they can hit. He deserves all the credit in the world.
When you're back there at the plate catching for Mark, what is it that allows him to be so effective?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Everyone asks me that all the time. No one can tell. Mark just throws strikes. He throws all 4 pitches anytime and changes speed so well, up, down, in, and out. And, you know, people ask me all the time what makes Mark so good, because you look up there, you only see 84, 85. But his ball moves, and he throws strikes and works so fast. He gets in a rhythm, and it's hard to get out of it.
We're not going to allow A.J. to deflect all the credit off himself. Your 2nd home run, a 3-run shot. What went through your mind when the ball left the bat?
It's about time. It's been such a, like I said, you know, I haven't had the best year, and we're winning, though, so I can't complain, and it's been fun. I'm happy I'm still here, and I'm happy to be a part of the White Sox, and hopefully we can keep this thing going and have a great end here.
Kansas City comes in nearly as hot as you guys have been. How critical to get this opening game of the series?
Oh, well, last 3 games before the All-Star break are always tough. We came off a tough series with Anaheim, and now we have Kansas City, who's played well against us all year, so we have to keep going. And as long as we pitch, I've said this from day one, we'll be fine. And Mark went out, did it tonight, and hopefully Gavin can go out and do it tomorrow.
All right, thanks so much, A.J.
Thanks, Sarah.
That's A.J. Pierzynski.